the world has gone through a lot of changes over the last 4 or 5 years, and I think we're feeling some of the impacts of those changes. I think where the world is finding its new normal, which includes a lot more new shocks, right? It's not changing, it's not getting easier, which include, current politics and war, COVID, on economies, particularly on the way high streets work and retail business works, on how hospitality works. Some of the economics of supply chains and the challenge around that, all of that has made the business that I grew up in, making coffee, buying coffee, brewing coffee, selling it to people, much more difficult. The margins are much tighter than they used to be. And certainly, I think this is not a global truth, but I'd say certainly in like more mature Western, global North markets for hospitality and for retail, it is much more expensive to do business. The margins are much tighter than let's say the last 10 years, which were kind of this golden period where, particularly in coffee, but also in other industries, the cost of ingredient was low, the audience was underserved, so the opportunity was big, and there was a growing community opportunity for everyone. So it was fun and it was exciting. It felt fun and it felt exciting, and it felt like, might have felt difficult at the time, but it was relatively easy. Now it's difficult. Now it's a challenging landscape, and it's a hard place to do business. Particularly if you're an existing business with an existing way of doing things, you've got existing staff and real estate and all of these things. It's harder to shift. It is hard to start a new business in this landscape. There are lots more question marks than there used to be, but it's also really exciting because in all these areas where there's challenges, there's opportunities. There's opportunities to do things a little differently, to find the secret code of what success looks like in, let's not say 2025, but like in the second quarter of the 21st century, right? We know what worked 10, 15 years ago, and that's worked for a long time. It's worked pretty well. We don't know that will continue to work. Maybe it will.
Yeah.
Maybe it will just be it works, but just not quite as profitably as it used to. Not quite. You don't make quite as much money by running a cookie cutter cafe chain as you used to. But maybe there are opportunities to make the same amount of money, better money. Maybe it's not about money. Make a better connection, a business that stands out and has more impact and value on communities, on supply chains, and that everyone gets paid what they should for the work they're doing, right? That's an optimistic idea. Is like when times are tough and things are challenging, there are opportunities to try different things and find new ways of doing business, and maybe they can rest. So that's the question that I end up talking a lot about with peers, with potential consultancy clients or potential customers or people that are just like in the same field. I don't have the answers. What I do think is the easiest way to succeed is to challenge a few things and then test them based on the things that we know are true, right? So it's not throwing away everything that works. It's not that every business needs to be completely different, but it is what business do you want to build? Okay. And then what's the market like? And then, okay, let's do the work. So how much money do you need to do that? Like, what are the costs? What's the margin? Does it still make sense? How do we fine tune it so you still get the unique thing that you're passionate about out of the business while still being able to pay the bills and being able to sustain it?